Okay, let's just start the workshop.
Let's start the session. Fantastic group, fantastic audience, Dr. Surbi. We have people from all over India, and I believe that this is going to be an awesome session. So, yes, I'm now going to share my screen so that we can start the main session.
And
Okay,
guys, sorry to interfere. Please be active and keep asking your questions. Everything will be answered. Eventually, at the end, we'll have the question answer session also. But if you want to interact in between, you can.
yes, in
Right.
fact, what will be the format of the this workshop? I'll ask you some questions, and I would expect that you respond to those questions because there will be some questions which will be eye opening for you also, and you will get some new ideas and you know some kind of new insight you will get when you will start answering those questions. So let's begin the presentation. So let me share my screen first. Great. So this workshop is specially hosted and organized for the physiotherapist. Okay, and the objective you already know that how you can grow in your profession, how you can fight the competition, how you can establish yourself, and how you can get a high paying client. Right. So I just want to ask you a few things that do you all understand the difference between normal client and a high ticket client?
You can unmute yourself and
Yes, yes, please, you can unmute yourself anytime because I know we have a very great audience and um, you can ask anytime in the between. You don't have to wait for me to unmute
no,
your
sir.
microphone. You don't know. Okay, normal client and high ticket client. Okay. Now I'll tell you that what is the main difference between the normal client and high ticket client. See, what is the meaning by ticket? First of all, ticket is the price which somebody is paying you. Okay. So here we could even write the high paying client. But I have introduced those terms which are now trending, which are popular, so that once you start your business, you should know these terms. Okay. So a high ticket client is somebody who pays the premium, who pays for the premium, who pays you extra money for elite services. Okay, there are people as just now Dr. Ashish was telling that, in Delhi, there are some physiotherapists who go for the home visit and the patient, they pay very little amount to them. So they are the normal types who are not worried about the quality, who are not much worried about the results, who are not even worried about any specialized treatment therapy or personalized focus, or not even worried about the brand or but whereas the mindset of a high ticket price is totally different. There are people who are cautious, who want quality things in life. They don't want to compromise, especially with the health, because health is a very serious affair. So such people are the people who are ready to pay additional money to get better and quality services. So this is the basic difference between a normal client and a high ticket client. Because high ticket client we expect is aware, is educated, he knows the basic difference between quality and inferior products. So the objective is this, that once you become a physiotherapist, who should be your target client? Who should be your client? Would you like to target the normal client or would you like to target the high ticket client? Definitely you would love to work with the high ticket client because you all are giving quality services. So you would appreciate that your quality services are acknowledged and they appreciate it, and you serve those clients who are high ticket clients, right? So this is the main objective. So as we have already covered this part, that what's your professional goal. Okay, so here we have already working physiotherapists. There are people who are running clinic. Okay, there are some students also who are ready to start their practice very soon. And so I understand there are some specific professional goals which you all have. And there are some challenges, and those challenges will always be there until we don't know that what is the root cause of the challenge. And when we identify the root cause of the challenge, we'll definitely, fight that challenge and we'll be successful in achieving that goal. So here I'll start with the 7 keys of a profitable profession. Whatever profession you are in, whether you are in physiotherapy, you are a pediatrician, you are, dentist, or you are, into say interior designing or whatever profession. See, there are some special things which make a profession different, and profitable. There are many people, some of them are successful and some of them are struggling in life, in their profession. So, what are the parameters? What are the characteristics of those people who are successful, who are profitable, who have established some name in the industry? They are well-known people. So, I am going to talk about those 7 P's, which if you all will apply in your profession, you will reach to a profitable situation, right? So, let's begin with the first thing. The first thing is positioning. Okay, now, what is the meaning of positioning? See, positioning is kind of a placement. Okay, there are many things when you go for shopping and you see things, there are many things which are displayed in a showroom, but there are certain things are which are placed at premium places, at places where they have spotlights, and you can they are showcased in a very professional way, right? And when the moment you enter and you see, oh, this is a perfect piece of, some decoration piece is there, some crystal glass is there. Why? Because that has been positioned in such a way that is unique. People, they recognize it immediately the moment they see it. Right? So this is the first step which you have to take care, and very, very important step, that how you want to position yourself in the industry. As there are many, many physiotherapists, and there will be more, because in the coming days, the health sector is the only sector which is growing. Even rather, I would say after COVID, this is now proven concept that healthcare is going to last forever. And I really congratulate all of you that you have chosen the best profession. But now, because there will be many people entering into this profession, so there will be a competition. And in that competition, the most important thing is, how do you position yourself? Do you want to position yourself as a brand, or as an ordinary or a common person? Like, I would say that, see, there are in your industry also, there are specialized branches. Okay, like there are sports physiotherapists, there are cardio respiratory therapists, right? There are neurological therapists, physiotherapists, right? Geriatric physiotherapists are there. Prenatal and post-natal physiotherapists are there. Pediatric physiotherapists are there, right? So they are specialized people, and when you go to a specialist, suppose I have some problem, or with my uh, uh, head or something like that, that I would like to go to somebody who is particularly expert in that domain. And when you go to an expert, you pay extra, right? But Now, suppose you have heart problems, you go to a heart specialist. You will not go to a general physician, right? Because he has positioned himself as an expert. And that as an expert, that person is able to charge high and get quality clients. But how people will, understand it? As of now, people understand only one thing, that is physiotherapy, right? The terms which I just mentioned, or rather, you know better terms than me because you are from this field. I'm not a physiotherapist. You know the medical terminology better than me, right? But do our clients know all these terms? Even if you have some specialization, I know that you all must have done some specialization. You all would be having something which is your expertise, right? But people they don't know about it. Now, how that specialization can be, made popular, or a normal person can understand these complicated terms, and they treat you as an expert in some area of physiotherapy. Let's come to that. See, in any profession, the second P is your passion. Okay. And I know that you all are passionate about what you are doing. So I don't think I need to focus much on this because it's not something that you have chosen just for the sake of it. It's your passion, and I believe that if you are passionate, so you will, serve your clients with passion, with full energy, with full love, affection, care, empathy, and only then those people would, attract towards you. They would love to take your services because it's your passion. And if it's your passion, then obviously that will reflect in your profession, right? So that is the second P. Now the third P, which is very, very, very important, is the problem. Now I want all of you to tell me that what is one problem that you all are going to solve. So we'll start. As a physiotherapist, okay, which are the problems you are solving?
Awareness. People are not aware about us, our services.
That's right, Dr. Survi. But as a physiotherapist, what is the problem of the client which you solve?
Okay. Yeah, we are serving more of orthopedic and some paralysis, non-usage of limbs, and then frozen shoulder, knee arthritis, in layman, knee pain, shoulder pain, like that.
Fantastic. Okay, anybody else who can tell me?
Basically, we want a pain-free life for an individual, and if some functions are restricting towards life of any individual, we can treat that.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Like
okay. Mm-hmm.
like anybody, like any patient is facing any problem related to their lifestyle, like pain, functional restriction, paralysis is a condition after like stroke they'll deal it with, and the polio, which lifelong disease. We have to just increase the range of motion and functionality of that individual.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Dr. Ashish. Who else can tell me?
Everyone, please participate in the meeting and ask Ashish sir the questions you want to ask.
Okay,
It is
Dr.
a
Sunil,
very
can you please tell me?
yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. See, what I feel that the role of the physiotherapist comes in not only for the treatment part, but it is very important to learn the differential diagnosis of the patient. Like if you are able to you know if you are able to diagnose the condition properly, then the treatment is not very difficult. It will not take more than 10-15 days to especially orthopedic conditions. So what I feel is the differential diagnosis is very important for all. Your concept should be cleared. Like if somebody comes in uh, like if somebody has pain in his low back and radiating down lower limb, so we don't have to get preoccupied with our thoughts that it is a slip disc. Even if it is
Mhm.
referred by the orthopedic surgeon that the patient is having a slip disc, so don't blindly treat the patient for slip disc. Give it first differential diagnose it. Many times I have n number of patients which I can give example, where the MRI even shows the slip disc is the condition, but the actually the pain is due to the piriformis syndrome.
Correct.
So yes, Dr. Sorby, please.
Yes, sir, very correct. So, diagnosis is really important. If we diagnose the condition in a wrong way, we'll treat it in a wrong way. For example, if stenosis is there, extension is not to be done, we are doing that. We are doing wrong treatment if the diagnosis is wrong. So, it's very important to have a good diagnosis. That is the
And
problem.
yes, exactly. And I would like to tell all these students here that don't blindly trust on MRI report also. If you see the research studies, there are a lot of flaws in there. And in our clinical practice, we also find that many times I have seen that, and you might have heard of the cases where the patients actually undergo surgery and still they are left with the pain in their lower limb. Why? Because sometimes the pain is referred pain, right? You
Right.
have to clear with your dermatomes, myotomes. You
Examination.
have to check that. Don't have to only start the treatment only on the basis of the MRI report. If
Mhm.
the MRI report is showing L5 S1 disc bulge, you don't you have to correlate it clinically. If
So
uh,
basically, you treat the your major focus. I'm just, taking a situation. I'm not saying that because I know you all people are experts in your field, in your industry, but for the purpose of positioning, positioning in the market where our target clients are sitting, right? So for their understanding purpose, so you said that you treat slip disc issues, right? And which more issues you treat? Dr. Subi,
so
which issues you just addressed right now?
We treat low back pain, knee pain. Like I'm talking in a very layman language.
Yeah.
Paralysis, stroke, cardiorespiratory problems like asthma, pneumonia,
Okay.
etc.
Right. So cardiorespiratory problems हो गया हमारे पास. Then we have another example of slip disc. Okay.
हाँ जी.
And let us take two more problems. So these are the problems which we generally treat, and that is how we position ourselves whenever we are communicating with the client. That okay, this is what we do. Okay. And then yes, exactly what we are doing. That's what we are telling them. But हम झूठ तो कुछ कह नहीं रहे हैं. बट अगर हम लोग इस चीज को इफ वी पोजिशन दिस प्रॉब्लम इन अ डिफरेंट वे, ओके, लाइक द एक्चुअल द impact in what I'm saying with the problem is the impact. Let us take asthma. Okay, in asthma, in a respiratory problem, what is the impact? What is the effect on the patient if he is having some respiratory problem? So that means he is not able to breathe freely,
Yeah.
right? And the cause of that problem, that symptom is asthma. And you are treating the symptom, right? But when we are positioning in the market, when we are positioning ourselves as a brand, so what we should do is we should promote the, we should highlight the effect. We should highlight the impact. Like suppose somebody has frozen shoulder, like my mother has frozen shoulder, right? So what is the impact of frozen shoulder? She is not able to lift her hand. She is not able to comb her hair, right? So she is not able to do certain things, certain activities where hand movement is involved, right? So these are the problems. Now I'm just simplify the medical terminologies so that when you are positioning yourself, because see, you have to uh, reposition yourself in such a way that the people who come to you, they come to you for the impact, for the outcome of that entire activity or that process. Like if I would say that, okay, I would uh, do some marketing, I would teach you operations management, I would do some financial management and all these management terms, then you would say, okay, why? Okay, this is too complex, too complicated for you. But if I simply tell you that, okay, my goal is to get you more clients, so you will come to me because you are now getting attracted because your problem is getting clients. And I am just in a very simple way telling you that I'll solve the problem of getting clients. Now, is it because of not having a brand? Is it because of not having a digital marketing, social media marketing, SEO, or outdoor marketing, print media, media planning? So I'm not going to, you know, do that. So can we do this small exercise that whatever you said, can you now again tell me the impact of some of the diseases? Dr. Suresh, please, I think you should tell me that what is the impact of slip disc?
Impact of
Slip disc,
slip disc. Okay, okay.
yes.
See, if some patients comes in with a slip disc, usually what we see in the clinics is he has one side low back pain, and it radiates down to the entire lower limb, to the entire leg. And uh, Disc can be acute or chronic, like it people are sometimes come to the clinic with very acute pain. Suddenly people give patients give history like they bended a bit, and then the pain started in the low back and radiated down the low.
So
So such
when
kind
the
of
patient has slip disc, so he is not able to walk.
yes,
He's not able to
obviously.
walk because of the
He's
back
not able
pain.
to walk. Right. No, he's not able to walk, but because of the slip disc. Now, because his posture is a little bit bent towards one side, and
Okay.
due to the pain in the leg, he's unable to walk properly. So
Okay. So there are two things which are holding him to walk properly. One is the posture, and another is the pain.
yes, exactly.
Got it. Got it. In a very simple way, you explain these two things. So now, for a patient, the problem is not walking properly because of the pain and posture. So if we simplify this slip disc as a problem, now we have to mention somewhere that problem while walking because of what? Because of pain and posture. Okay. Now I think we can do the same thing with such things. Like some people have those what do you call the tennis elbow, right? Tennis elbow, and what is the impact? What is the problem with the tennis elbow? Tennis elbow itself is a problem, but what is the impact? Impact is he is not able to. Let us say if we are talking to an IT, we are talking to IT people who spend most of the time on laptop. So for them, the problem is they are not able to type. They are not able to work properly on laptops, and because of that, they have to wear a wrist, right? So for them, this could be a problem. Not able to work on laptop for longer hours. That could be the
Exactly.
problem, right? But in the non-medical terms, right? Whereas in medical terminology, this could be tennis elbow or something else, right? So what I'm trying to say is that this, at this very point of time when we are positioning ourselves, we have to think as a non-medical practitioner or as somebody who doesn't understand even ABC of medicine,
Correct.
right? So we have to list down all the impacts of those problems when you are positioning yourself, and that should be your main thing which you are selling. You are, suppose you are targeting the people from IT industry, so you are giving them a solution which can help them sit for longer hours on computer, because that is their problem, right? So once we have the problem, then the next thing is process. Now in physiotherapy, what we do is we have different processes. You have different kind of therapies. So I think the process is a therapy, which relieve the patient from pain or allows the movement. So there could be magnetic therapy, tapping, joint mobilization, hydrotherapy, and that can be ultrasound or ROM or exercises or whatever. Many techniques are there which you people are applying, as a process. So, but do you think that the patient is ever attracted towards the process?
No, they want to get rid of their problem no matter how. They are not
No matter
interested.
how. Yes, it is the doctor who has to decide that which process, which therapy is suitable, right? So what we should do is processes for us, but we should not highlight the process much in our communication. If we are, doing some online promotions, we are designing some pamphlets. But yes, we should not even hide that we have some process. Patients should know that this person has a system, has a technique which solves this problem. But now, what is that technique medically? Why am I bothered about it? Or how am I bothered about it? Why should I be worried about it? So suppose I know that okay, Dr. Survi has some device which he attaches on my body and I get relief. So for me, that device is something magical. I don't know the name of that device. Right. So, but for the patient, yes. So how you have to, the next part in the the process would be that once you know the problem and you have simplified the problem as an impact of the problem, then you have to create, give a name to your therapy. That is such a simple therapy. It becomes an ordinary process. Like suppose I give you a lot of things to do for your business growth. I want you to create a logo. I want you to design your website. I want you to, do social media marketing, digital marketing, whatever. And so that means I am taking you through a process. But if I give a name to that process, I give that name as a fast growth process. So you would be very happy. Yes, yeah, Ashish has a system which is fast. So the name itself is saying that it is a fast growth process. So I'm not using the technical terminologies. So pain relief management is a process, is a technique. Whereas we should not talk much about the, the actual medical terminologies with the patient, right? So the first thing is the problem and then the solution. Because patient is more worried about the problem, then only he would listen to that, okay, what is the solution that you have? And when we want to position ourselves as an expert of something, then we cannot be a general practitioner. We have to know who is the target audience or who are the people we want to target. I know many physiotherapists, you know, that they like in this group we have sports physiotherapist. So he is treating only people from the sports. There are, pediatric physiotherapy. So their target audience is only those kids, children. There are physiotherapists who are treating women. So they are known for treating only women's issues, women health issues. And even if we go to micro level, there are people in women health issues, they have more specific that, okay, we would handle, give you only, physiotherapy sessions during and before and after delivery. And once you get that, go to that micro level, that means people know that you are an expert and you have done some super specialization kind of thing. And that's why you are able to get onto that level. Now, suppose you want to, let us just give you an example of IT professionals. So your target audience could be IT professionals also. Okay. You give physiotherapy only to the IT professionals. You can select another niche. That could be you give physiotherapy to the people who do tracking, and you can tie up with the hotels only. So you become a specialist in tourism sector, or even the segmentation can be done based on the age group. That, okay, you give the therapies only to the older age people. What will happen the moment you select your niche, your positioning in such a way, you you come out of that group, you come out of that competition, and you stand out in a unique way. Everybody is a physiotherapist, but who is the physiotherapist for senior citizens? I am the physiotherapist who treats senior citizens. Now, what will happen in the entire population of those of that area? All senior citizens will listen to you only because you have positioned yourself as an expert who treat people above the age of, say, certain maybe 40, 50, 60, whatever you decide. Because that will give you authority, and you will come out of that, blue, that red ocean where a lot of fishes are there and they all are in same, doing the same thing. So the moment you start positioning yourself in the different segment, and so that is how you will start picking high quality, high ticket clients. Now those people will listen to you because you are an expert and you give therapies only to them. Suppose you are a pediatrician or a physiotherapist who treats kids, so the parents will come to you. Why would they go to any other therapist? Whether the other therapist is charging 500 rupees and you are charging 1000 rupees, so they'll come to you, right? So you have to decide your target audience according to your specialization and according to your expertise. And you must mention this in your communication that you give therapy to such people. Only then they start coming to you. Now just take a live example that today we are holding a business growth workshop, and this workshop is customized only for physiotherapists. Would you expect a dancer sitting here attending this workshop in your group? you wouldn't. Because this workshop is aimed to solve the problems of physiotherapists. So only physiotherapists are present and they are attending this workshop. Right? So that's how, if you know your target audience, their age groups, then you will be then you also know their challenges in life. You know their age groups, you know their family issues, and then you are able to communicate to them in a much easier and simpler way. Because your target audience is women, so you are talking about women health. You know their issues. Yes. Is there anybody who has to ask something till now?
Anybody who wants to ask anything to Ashish sir, he can ask. It is a good opportunity. And yes, rightly said by Ashish sir, like if you are making good food but your presentation is not good, then it is not going to work out. Only skills are not important, right? If you are not presenting your skills in a special way, so that will make a lot of difference nowadays. As I earlier said, the presentation is very important, how you present your skills. So try working on that also. Learn online marketing, how you have to market your business. You cannot all the time go and meet every surgeon, sir, yes, I am a physiotherapist and I have started clinic here. So like what we are doing is we have a separate marketing team also. So I don't need to go to visit orthopedicians or different experts to tell that, sir, yes, there I have opened a clinic here. So I don't have that much of time. So it is better to learn these things. It will really you can see a large difference in your clinical practice if you apply these marketing strategies and presentation skills to your clinics. So I will if anybody wants to ask Ashish sir anything, it's a good opportunity. Learn these skills. Otherwise, even if you are highly skilled, then you will there will be a lot of shortcomings. You will not get much patients, because if or if you suppose if you have opened your clinic somewhere, let's say in some city of Karnataka, it is a new clinic. So orthopedician must know that yes, there is a new clinic and I can send my post operative cases to this area. If he don't knows that some clinic is there, is opened in this area, how will he send? So it is very important. You always you have to take care of your time also. Obviously you have to give your time to your patients, but yes, these things are also very important. So try to make a good strategy on and good hold on the market skills as well.
Yes, non-clinical skills are always very important. I always say this. We go to learn techniques and everything everywhere, but non-clinical things are equally important. Marketing is important and very important not to use technical terms in your marketing. That is the message I have got so far from this workshop. So we use a lot of clinical terms. We say taping, manual therapy. Not to use those. We should address the problems of layman in a layman language only.
I
See,
have
actually, what
seen
happens now, like
yes.
the audience is, see, what we are selling is we are selling our services. But to whom? To the people who don't know physiotherapy terms. They don't know medical terms, right?
I think we should not highlight the process, as you said. We
Yes.
should highlight the outcomes.
Outcome, definitely, Dr. Ashish, you are right. We should highlight and promote the outcome. And especially, like, as Dr. Sunil was just giving an example of food business, and Dr. Surbi is already running a cafe now. This example, most of the time I share with my clients. Dr. Surbi specializes in only fitness food, health food. Okay, there could be a general restaurant, and people they go to those restaurants most of the times. But if somebody needs, that kind of health food, diet food, and all those things, so where would they go? They go to Dr. Surbhi's cafe. And Dr. Surbhi, who are your customers?
Sir, mostly the gym people who are very much diet conscious, they come. I have highlighted this thing that post workout, we give post workout meals. So mostly they come over here, and also some of my patients. I educate my patients that whenever we are doing myofascial release, we are releasing the muscles. It's very important to take proteins. So some
Great.
of
So the
those,
first thing which you said is that the gym, the people who come for gymming and all, right? They are your first client,
yes, sir.
right? So she very well knows her audience. She knows the people whom she is targeting. Now, why would she waste money in doing marketing? Somewhere else where she knows that these people are not my target audience. They are least bothered about health and fitness. So if she knows that she has to target only them who are health conscious and they need some healthy food. So if you know your people, if you know your target audience, you will save a lot of money. You will not waste your money, in doing marketing and sharing your message to wrong audience. Sometimes we do this big mistake that we spend huge money on marketing and we reach out to the wrong person.
Yes, sir. I would like to add a point. For example, if we are living in Dharamshala, we know that more problems related to knee are here because a lot of people they are walking up hills, coming down, all these things. So we can highlight this particular thing that does your knee hurt? Come to us. Like that, we can market rather than marketing about child health or children because here a lot very less child patients or rather conditions related to pediatrics are there in our place, so we must know which condition is more relevant here.
That's right. That's right. So, and as you said that knee problem and all. So the impact is you are making them, uh, you are solving the problem of walking comfortably. They can
Yes.
walk freely. So this could be, somebody's tagline also, walk freely. Like there are some, I've seen some brands who say that breathe freely, who give, medicine to a patient. So yes, walk freely, comfortably. So that is the impact, that is the outcome, which we have to focus on. Great. So till now, three things which were very, very important was like what is the problem we are going to solve? Okay, the solution that we have, and who are the people whom we are going to target. Now, the next thing comes about the pricing. Till now, you have created a product which solves a problem through a process for a particular group of people. So, this is your product. Now, if you have a product, that means it must have a price. I would like to know that how do you price your services? What is the criteria?
Yes, Dr. Ashish, tell us about that. How do you decide the pricing?
I think if I'm specializing something, I price according to me, and if it's a general service like physiotherapy for general public, it depends on the nearby or peer clinics. Moreover,
Okay.
Dr. Sunil?
I would like to add here, it is not obviously we have to know, conduct a survey. We should be aware of what is the fee structure in our surrounding area, but it is not that much important. Like suppose somebody in your area which you have opened clinic is charging very less, then you don't have to keep your fee around his fee structure. It is not important. You just have to focus on the quality services you are providing to the patients. You don't have to keep the fee very it should not be very less. It gives a bad impression to the patients also. uh, you should
Exactly,
focus on
but
your
I'm not.
skills, and then
I'm not considering that one clinic or two clinic. I'm saying that peer clinics, like 10 or 20 clinics in my surrounding area, 5 kilometer radius. So top 10 clinics, the fees. I think that I get an idea over there how much I can like. This should be telling me the purchasing power parity of that client, the people we are treating.
Yes, actually, the paying capacity of people also matters. No matter how good services we are giving, I think paying capacity matters equally. And that is what we are here to learn, how to get high paying clients. Um,
To segregate for the high ticket client or high paying client, we should treat some normal clients also. No, we can't restrict it. We should create a barrier like this is the high paying. We should uh, create a demarcation. This is a high paying client and this is a normal client. For that, we should go through a normal client also. No.
yeah, for word of mouth thing, we should be good in treating those low paying clients so that they speak to others and then we get high paying as well.
would like to add. So what we can do is
Okay, so this was an interesting discussion going on, and
like if the paying capacity of actually we want everybody to know, you understand that how important this entrepreneurship
Marketing is.
work, marketing skills, and this workshop, importance of this workshop. Now we know the importance of this workshop, because we are I have more than 10 years. Now I'm practicing as a physical therapist, so we know the value of marketing and all these things what being discussed here. So I want all the students to understand the concepts, like
yeah, because these
it is
students will, tomorrow they'll also start their practice. So they should also know that because you all are senior doctors and you are into practice for last many years, but there are some students also, and your experience would definitely add more value to their life. You can guide them that how you decided that when, initially what happens that anybody, the moment we start something, okay, this is just a, I'm not saying that there is something right or there is something wrong, but this is a common approach that we all have in mind. The moment we start something new, our major focus is to get the clients. Okay. And how do we do that? We say, okay, and shuru mein to we will start free session. Okay. We would do at a very low cost so that our market is created. जब नाम बन जाएगा ना तब हम लोग बहुत पैसा चार्ज करेंगे. This is a common mindset that we all have, that we want to build our name first and then we think, okay, now we will charge high. But do you think that somebody who was charging 500 rupees suddenly starts charging 5,000 rupees? People will, even those who are ready to pay 5,000, will not come to him because he had created a earlier previous benchmark that he was charging only 500 rupees and suddenly he has increased the price. Either he got greedy or, he is trying to cheat people. So people will have different perception the moment we suddenly increase our price many times. We can increase price by say 10%, 5%, 20%, that's okay. But if we suddenly, 2x, 5x increase our price, then things don't work. So, see, what I generally understand is about the pricing, and there are different parameters. Okay, see, why somebody would pay you at X amount? That depends on the problem. Again, coming back to the same thing. How chronic is the problem? You know, how much pain he is in. Second, how urgent is the solution required? Suppose I have a headache, severe headache is going on, right? And I need a pill immediately. I want immediate relief. There are two things. One is the problem is chronic, severe. Second, I need immediate solution. And you are sitting in front of me and you are saying that Ashish, I have to go and collect the discipline from the market, but I'll charge delivery charges for that. Nobody would mind paying additional delivery charges, right? Because you are going to solve a problem which is chronic, severe, and at a lesser time. Immediately, you are going to treat that problem. So, the pricing model works on this one concept. Okay. Now, but I'm not saying that if the problem is severe, you start charging high. There has to be some limit, right? We can't cheat people because we are in health sector, and there has to be some ethics. There are some ethics, okay, of the industry beyond which we should not go. So yes, you should know how you would decide your pricing based on the number one, the problem which you are going to solve, and secondly, the people you are targeting. Initially, from the day one, now, even if you are positioned yourself and you want to reposition yourself, then accordingly understand that whom you are going to target, who are going to be your clients. As Dr. Ashish just said, that in that locality, the people are not so rich. They are not able to pay higher amounts. So we can't charge them. Na? अब ये तो नहीं है कि somebody cannot afford 5,000 rupees service and we are paying him, we are charging this much money from him. So that means we are targeting wrong person. We are targeting wrong people. So that's why I am saying that yes, the moment you decide the price you want to charge, okay, decide that okay, this is the price I want to charge in this region. There is, see, your customer is available anywhere from the world, somebody can come to you. And they would pay you any amount the moment you have that expertise. But initially, when you are starting a practice, you should know that what is the geographical location you are targeting. Okay, and in that region, segment, what are the different economic segments? Okay, lower middle class, upper middle class, or super rich people, elite class, you know. And if you are targeting the elite class and you are selling a discounted price, even then it will not work. You have to also understand the person whom you are going to target. So again, the pricing factor will totally depend on the audience, on your clients. And there is a mindset of, the people who are status conscious. They want to pay premium. So what I used to do is that suppose there is a average price of service in your region. Somebody is charging 800, somebody is charging 700, somebody else is charging maybe 1200, 1500. So the average is coming to be, let us say 1200, okay? Now this is the average price of that region. If you are selling something online, then okay, then online is, there is no limit. You can target, internationally also, sitting from Parampur. But if you are targeting the local area, then you should know the average price. Now, if you are selling, always make a thumb rule. If you are selling to high ticket clients, charge little premium. don't sell your services on discount to the to such people where you are, you know, giving a quality service. Whereas if you are your target audience is anybody or everybody, then you can sell at any price. The pricing factor also depends on one factor, that is the people. That is your target audience.
Correct. Yes, sir. But I would like to add a point that we must keep a particular demarcation that इससे कम चाहे कोई भी हो, we can't take.
You can't.
Because
That's what
हमें
I'm saying.
अपना
That
भी
yes, there is a benchmark of the region, that area, the average price going on prevailing in that area. Suppose in district Kagra, there are say 15 physiotherapists, and nobody is charging 10,000 rupees per session.
Hmm.
Suddenly, somebody would come and would start charging 1,000 rupees. That is not good. The business will not work, right?
Yeah.
So the paying capacity of that area is also very important. And see, if your tie-up is with a five-star hotel for physiotherapy session,
Yes.
and then you know that the kind of people coming into that hotel are the people who are spending 20,000 rupees per night for using that room. So they can definitely pay you good money for your session.
Yes, sir. And there comes our presence of mind. Ki ab, for example, I was seeing 3 foreigners recently in a hotel. So I knew that ye foreigners hai, they are from California, Australia. They can spend more. Then I charge them accordingly. That's the presence of
Yes,
mind.
but it should not also be like that, that if somebody is a foreigner, we should charge high, right? Because that depends that, well, where is that person staying? You know, what are his or her needs? What are the challenges that person is facing? And which segment, does that person belong to? Which economic segment that person belongs to? Because at the end of the day, what would happen in that particular segment? Maybe it is upper rich class. The word of mouth is going to create a brand. So if
Definitely.
we start charging very very high, even to the high, upper middle class families, even then a wrong word could be spread across, right?
Yes.
So the exact pricing strategy is only this, that you decide the people you want to target, and if your services are premium, you then charge premium, but not more than 10 to 15%.
Yes.
Okay? So if somebody is charging 5,000 rupees, you charge 5,500 rupees because you are a
So
brand.
actually, as Ashish sir is saying, we have to make balance of everything. We have to keep the balance of everything while charging the patients or whatever. And as Dr. Ashish said, like if paying capacity of the patients is not more in some specific area, we don't have to, jump and increase our fee structure to, very high, 2 3
High, or
times
it
high.
would be better that
We
we
can
should not
increase
enter.
gradually. We can increase
Yes.
actually. What we can do is we can gradually increase our fee structure as per the it should the fee structure should also balance the quality of treatment you are providing. This
Of
is
course.
what I will say. So
And
and the
I'm sorry, Dr. Surin, I'm just interrupting you. I would forget it. The one thing which you just said, I'm coming on to that, that is that, the people don't have that capacity in that area, then don't jump into that market. Don't
right.
start selling your services in that market. You know, start selling services to another market, means another segment of market, another group of people who can pay you high.
Because we have to think about ourselves and our hard work also. If we put all our energy in them, then we'll not. Rather, we can take group sessions for them or something else convenient thing.
And I also like to add, like many students might be thinking that we have a social responsibilities also for the poor people also, who is paying capacity is not that much. So we have to take care of both. If the paying capacity of the people in some area is not very much, we can keep our fee a little bit lower than our regular fee structure, and we can start gradually. Because I don't really believe this, like I have seen in my practice, if suppose some patient don't have good paying capacity, then for this slip disc, the same patient, if it is not cured, he will go to the PGI, or he will go to some other hospital, and he will pay 1 lakh rupee for the surgery, the same patient. So it is not like the people don't have the paying capacity, but yes, if you can save his 1 lakh rupees, and if you can treat his disc problem in suppose let's say 10,000 rupees,
Yes,
he will be very
he
happy to
will
pay
be
that.
very happy, and he would appreciate you. And as you just rightly said, that the social responsibility is a very important responsibility that we all, as a professional, we should do. Like even we do some uh, free programs for the small shopkeepers who
So
are
we
not
have to
professional.
make the patients understand this. Like as I said, that if the condition is not resolved, the same patient will have to pay approximately 1 lakh or 1.5 lakh for the disc surgery. So if you are charging him 10,000 rupees and resolving the entire condition, you are actually saving the 1 lakh 40,000 or 90,000 thousand rupees of that patient. You have to develop such communication skills with the patient. You have to make him understand that why you are charging high. And yes, it should reflect the quality of treatment should be it should be very high. You should be able to treat the condition, and get the desired outcome of the condition. If you are if you are able to resolve the condition in 10 days or 14 days, and you are charging 10,000, he will happily pay you 10,000 rupees. There is no I don't think there is yes, there is some relation, but not much, I think. The same patients, I have seen the poor people also, they are going to the the hospitals, and they are paying 1 lakh rupees for the disc surgery. So communication skills are also very important. And to start, if you are starting your business in some area where the paying capacity is not more, keep the fee a little bit lower, and then gradually start increasing your fees when people will develop faith with you. So
And
this is
see,
what
as
I
a
have seen.
social responsibility, you start having, a special session for them, because then you will also have a reputation in the society that
Yes,
this doctor is doing some social cause also. For that social cause, he always on, say, first or second Saturday of every month, he holds a free physio camp for the poor people,
yes. We keep on arranging free healthcare checkup and treatment camps for the patients, for the poor patients.
for the poor
So
patient. Yes.
we have to keep the balance over everything. Our reputation should be our reputation should not be like we are only treating the elite group of people. uh, so we have to keep the balance. We have to take care of the
You
every
have to take care of the entire society as a
yes.
doctor. Yes, that is the basic responsibility. But at the same time, we have to segment. We have to categorize the segments that, this person belongs to this segment, and accordingly, the service and the price will be decided. We are going to serve to the poor patients, then we cannot at all charge high. And that there are, many organizations or clinics who serve only the lower segment of community, and they make even good profits because they are working in volumes, like they conduct group sessions. Your efforts are less. At the same time, where you are giving session to one person, you can target 10 people in a group session. If that personalized, effort is not required.
And I would also like to say something like, as Ashish sir said, don't use medical terminology with logies with the patients. We don't have to say like flex your elbow and extend your elbow. We don't have to use such terminologies with patients. You have to simply tell them to bend your elbow and straighten your elbow, and simple terms we should use with the patients. We should speak local. We can speak in local language with the patients. We have to speak local and think global. That will help us.
So a lot
And
of new pass out students, they use terms like this: flex karo apni elbow, neck flex karo. तो वो patient even gets more confused. तो जो भी students देख रहे हैं उनको तो मैं specifically बोलना चाहूंगी कि technical terms ना use करें.
by doing all these activities, like how you have positioned yourself, how you are charging the price, how you are, which segment of the society you are targeting, who are your target people, that builds the perception. Perception is what? It's a kind of image that we build. It's a brand image. Okay. Then the moment we think about somebody, let's say that, okay, we said Domino's. So there's a perception in mind that it's a particular company who is into food business, and this is the quality, and this is the price. Okay, so people create perceptions. This is the image that is built, and how the perceptions are changed when we would start doing all these things. So perception is also very important key component of a successful profession. Okay, now as we have covered 7 P's of a successful profession, of a profitable profession, I want all of you to tell me how the offer. Okay, suppose you have to understand, I'm not saying that this is something which you are going to tell every patient verbally, but let us assume for better understanding that somewhere on your board, somewhere on your social media, okay, or somewhere uh, on uh, on your wallpaper, it is written the offer. Offer is something which people buy. Okay, I'm going to give you this land at this price. Or you have seen many offers coming that okay, this is a winter offer, winter sale is going on. Or buy two, get one free. But not the discount. Okay, don't take it in a way that it is discount. But what is the meaning of offer here? It is how you have positioned your service, how you will sell your service. Now, because the point which we covered will help you create your offer statement. This offer statement will be your brand positioning statement. It will define the moment you all will create this offer statement, your brand statement, your service statement will be created. And just by reading that one statement, your clients, your patients will come to know that what you actually do. How do people generally tell that okay what they do? If I'll ask somebody, so somebody would say, okay, I'm a physiotherapist, right? Or I'm doing this session, or I do these techniques. Can I ask this question to the students? That if you have to introduce yourself, right? Suppose tomorrow you all are going to start your practice, okay? And then how would you tell somebody that what you do? Or what will be that one statement which would define your services, which will define your offer?
Okay, so if like as said, like one of my clinic is in the area where people are not much aware about physical therapy. It is kind of new to them. Like what kind of when I started the clinic, then people were what kind of treatment is this? Is it some Ayurvedic treatment? Or people were literally unaware about the process. So make them understand that what we do in the physical therapy. Like if patient comes in for the checkup, then I usually say that we do treat the conditions in the physical therapy that are not treatable by the medications or by injections, or sometimes the medications for the conditions don't works. So we treat such kind of conditions to the 100% relief, that too without medications. So it is an entirely
Okay,
drugless treatment which we offer in physical therapy.
that's very good, Dr. Suresh. Anybody else from the students who are studying, uh, who are in their final years or who have just completed their studies? How will you, uh, position yourself? How will you tell about what you do?
Yes, Gunjan, Ehsas, anybody would like to put in some points here?
See, put some effort. Try. You don't need to be perfect. I'm not saying that in this session you will create your final offer. But if you will make an attempt and then you will improve it. If you will not make even a single attempt, there is no scope of improvement.
सर आई विल टेल देम कि मैं ट्रीट करती हूँ क्रॉनिक इलनेस, जैसे जिसका
Okay?
बहुत आप ट्रीटमेंट ले रहे हो बट वो ट्रीट नहीं हो पा रहा है मेडिसिन से, तो आई कैन ट्रीट दैट विदाउट मेडिसिन.
Without answers. Wonderful. Okay. Anybody else?
Dr. Payal, you want to say something?
Or Ehsas, Swapnil, Simran, anybody?
Dr. Ashish?
For me, this is very simple. I just told them.
Yes.
I told them that exercise is medicine here, and we prescribe as much as possible the body movements and use body movements to treat your condition. It's completely drugless. It's completely harmless. It's completely side effectless.
Okay.
Dr.
Ehsas,
Ehsas, you can continue.
Sir, I will make them aware about the rehabilitation in physiotherapy, like how it is important after certain surgeries, because people tend to ignore the rehabilitation process, and that can and it can um, result into the deformities, and they face more problems after the surgeries. And
okay. Simran,
Uh, Ma'am, we would first explain the patient in layman terms and we will not use the technical terms. For example, if there is a patient of knee osteoarthritis, we would explain them the benefits of the exercise and improve the quality of life.
Great. And if you have to, write it somewhere on your social media cover picture, so just by reading that one line, one statement, they understand that what you do. Then what will be the format? Because see, the moment you will be able to create this offer statement, see, in your profession, your offer statement would be something where you are not explaining anything verbally. Okay? If anybody is passing through your office or clinic and there's a board and there's one line statement, they'll understand, okay, what you do. Okay, somebody comes on your Instagram page or maybe on your Facebook account, wherever. So they'll come to know, okay, this is what these guys are doing. So that one line statement is very, very important. And if you are able to craft that one line statement in such a precise way that the moment somebody reads, understands, and gets attracted towards your offer. You know, so do you all want that kind of format where if I give you that format, okay, that if you will use this format, you are able to create your offer statement? Okay, I think nobody wants that, so I'll skip this slide and go to the next slide. Right, so nobody wants the offer statement format.
We do. We want, guys.
Only Dr. Subi wants it.
Sir, we want it.
Okay,
Maybe they didn't understand the technical terminologies again in marketing. The offer statement.
the
That is
offer
kind
statement is something where you read one line about somebody. Okay, that I read. Okay, like you go to market and you see uh, tuition for maths tuition. Okay, you understand कि okay यहाँ पे maths का tuition दिया जाता है. Okay, somebody is written that we make delicious food, right? So some kind of such statement which is going to explain your service, your brand, and what you exactly do. So because see there are different ways of writing your offer statement, right? You can also write, okay, we help you, we relieve pain. Somebody would say, okay, we provide exercise therapy
we keep
sessions.
you moving. We keep you moving.
Yeah, whatever. So there are many things, right? But now I'll give you a format. If you will use that, so in that, so your offer statement would become more powerful.
Okay.
And what are the common elements which you must have in your offer statement, in your position statement? I'm going to talk about those elements now. Okay. So if we have to talk about such elements, I'm just now, before explaining those elements, I want to ask you this question. Would you love to have something more without some effort in less time? Okay, so the message is hidden in this statement. When I'm saying that would you love to have something more? So do you agree that people always love to have something more,
Yeah.
right? They want more comfort, more luxury, more money, more success, better lifestyle. Now I have, now somebody has got this car, so he'd love to have a better car. So always people are running after one element, that is more. So in your offer statement, this should be the first thing. Okay, that what is there in your offer which would give them something more, something better. Okay, now another thing which people love is getting more without doing any effort. Like, I've seen many people who don't want to do any effort in achieving something. Like, they want food without cooking it. Such a kind of, you know, effortless, mindset is there. Okay, they want to make money without going to office.
Yeah. Shortcuts.
Shortcuts. So without doing something is the second element of your offer. And that element would be something which is a big, you know, problem for them. It is a hindrance. It is an obstacle which they don't want to do. Like if somebody says, Ashish, you have to solve this long equation of math. I'll, get irritated. Yeah, I have to do a lot of calculations. Somebody says, okay, you can solve this puzzle without calculation. So what is my mental block? That mathematical calculation. So what is I'm removing? That calculation wala part. Okay. So so there could be anything like which is problem for them, you know. So that is something which you have to mention in your offer statement.
Got
And
it.
third thing is people they want anything quickly, fast. Okay. So like suppose I give you an offer, would you love to get 20 clients every day without spending money on digital marketing within 90 days? Isn't it powerful? Will people not get attracted towards this offer? Or in your industry, would you love to walk freely without help of a stick or a walker? Or would you love to type faster without wearing a wristband in just 15 days? Right? See, basically, this offer is created from the problem that you are going to solve through your process and solution. Now you understand the problem of your patient so deeply and closely that you know that the outcome, what is the outcome, which I already talked about, that something more is the outcome, and without something is like the issue. Like the now Dr. Today was mentioning, getting rid of pain without medicine. So what is the without part? Medicine. The people they hate taking medicine. Or you know, you have seen that if you are talking to a diabetic patient and you tell him that you would come out of diabetes without skipping, without leaving the sweet food or without leaving the sugar. And there are many such medicines where people are selling it like that. There are many, you know, treatments which are sold like that onto diabetic patients. I've seen many such communications. You know, so without leaving sugar, and that is their biggest thing. They don't want to leave sugar. They want to have sweet things. So if you add this component without, and the last component is in less time. If you don't know the exact timing that okay, will your therapy giving relief in 90 days or 80 days, so don't mention the exact time in 90 days. Or you can give an approximate time also, maybe 3 months. Now, when you are saying 3 months, so on treating a problem which is chronic and which is there for last 20 years, and that person is suffering from that problem for past 20 years, will always be ready to come to you for next 3 months. So you can use this offer statement for different services. Maybe one for the people who are unable to walk properly, people who are suffering from pain, or slip disc, frozen shoulder, lungs issue, or any other problem. But always use these three components, give them something more, take out the pain which they have, that is the effort, and promise the time. This should be your promise statement. If it is written on your social media pages or in your advertisement, they would love to it. This is a this is a format, and would you love to get it? But you can also write it in a simple way. I help old age people walk freely without stick, without holding the stick in 3 months. Right?
Yes.
So
Any
as
questions on
Ashish
this?
sir, as Ashish sir is saying, what we all should keep in the mind, that if a patient comes in to your clinic, like for suppose slip disc, you should be able to give time frame, the exact time frame, or to the patient, like
Not
in how
exact,
many days.
not exact, approximate.
Yes, approximate time. So in how many days you can, you are going to treat this condition, and that will come with the experience you have in
Yeah.
your clinicals. So before you have to focus on the your education, your quality of treatment you are giving to the patients, and your experience. If patient comes in with a new osteoarthritis, after the assessment of that patient, you have you should be able to give the time frame to the patient, like yes, in 14 days I am going, the pain will decrease almost near about 70% or 80% whatsoever after the examination. You have to if the patient comes in for the checkup and you are not clear, like how much time it will take for you to recover the condition of the patient, so that is not going to help. So the clinical skills are very important in this, as Ashish sir is saying. The time frame you will be only able to define to the patient only if you have good experience and clinical skills. So focus on your clinical skills too,
Or
along with all
otherwise,
these.
in fewer days, you can say, sometimes you don't, because you are just starting up. So you don't know, you will not be knowing the students who are just starting. So they don't know that whether this problem can be treated in 10 days or 20 days. Then what would be there? Then you can write that in few days, in few
Yeah.
weeks.
No
Right.
false hope should be given.
Yeah. Don't make any over commitments.
Yeah.
But
The
add
time
these
frame you have
three
to
elements.
suggest only after the examination of the patient. You should tell the time frame to the patient. But yes, as Ashish sir is saying, we have to understand what he wants to convey to us. Like what we are offering the patient, it should look attractive and logical.
Because it is a program for which they are coming to you. See, there are two things. One is where you cannot tell anybody anything without diagnosis. Okay? In that case, offer statement doesn't work. But the offer statement would work when you already have a program for elbow or for slip disc, for joint pain, knee pain, something like that, arthritis. And you know that these are the problems you generally deal with, and this is the time required to handle such issue. So
Yes.
based on your experience, and you can tell that okay, in few weeks, in few months, if you don't want to highlight the exact the number of days. But why I'm saying three factors are important. One factor is the more, that is their aspiration, their want, or the next level, the better life, you know. And second element is they have to get rid of something. So that is the without element. And third element is the time.
Yeah.
So if you would add these three elements in your offer statement and you put it somewhere on your display, people they come and read it on their own without you telling them. So it will be a very powerful communication.
For
Great.
some general, we can use the offer statement. For some general disease or
Yeah,
condition.
yes. Otherwise, people also know that for specific, diseases, you have to go through a diagnosis and test. Brother.
So
Great. So by now, you already know till now because we have already covered most of the things. You already know how does your service improve the lives of your clients because you know that how you have positioned yourself. What is the what is the main thing for which you want to be known for? Okay, maybe for treating the elder people, treating the women, treating the kids, or something like. So, and you also know that why should they take service from you and not from someone else? This you already know, right? But my question is this: do people in your area also know the same?
not everyone.
Not everyone. Okay, so we know that we are experts. We know we are better than others, but do people whom we are going to target, do they really know it?
So awareness
Or
is important.
what we are going to do to create this awareness that yes, we are sitting here, we have a clinic, please come to us. But if nobody knows where, why would they come to us? Because sometimes it happens that we are not aware. I don't know that there is a shop where I can find this product in my area and I searching it online because I don't know. When there would be many people who don't know that you are there, then why would they come to you?
Yes.
They'll go to
Present.
somebody else because they need solution. So they'll buy it, but they'll buy it from somebody else.
Correct. So
Right?
online presence is also very important. आशीष सर, we would like to request you कि अगली बार आप एक online presence पे session लें ताकि हम
This session is going to be over in next 5 minutes. And I'll just give you a few tips on how you can make them aware. So should I close the session or should I continue for next 5 minutes?
Please
if
continue.
has some questions they can ask or for 5 minutes.
Okay, that is because we were supposed to close it by 12:30. Okay, we are already late by 19-20 minutes, but that was because of our introduction part. So let us take this time. Okay, so the first thing that you have to do is you have to, because now you are going to target people, you are going to launch your brand. So you need to have a visual identity that how people see and they recognize you. The moment they see your board or something. So one is the visual identity, okay, your logo, your color scheme, your font, and it should be uniform and unique. I would say your logo should not be beautiful, but it should be unique. So that the moment somebody says, and it should not be something common. That okay, I have seen that many people they use in hospitals they use plus sign. It is common. How would you differentiate that it is Fortis or it is not? So don't use such symbols which are quite common, especially in physio. Okay, then use the colors and use those colors everywhere. Okay, then use specific fonts, the style of writing. It shouldn't be something that in this ad you are creating this format on the other on your other post on social media post. You have created another format. Then people will not take you as a premium brand. They think you as a local, company, right? Second is communication. How you communicate your offers, how you communicate your messaging, and last is the experience. Why we pay extra money to the salon for hair cutting? Yeah, don't worry, I don't have hair, so I don't have this issue. So But anyway, so people who frequently go to, salons, they have two options. One, they get the haircut done by somebody at 100 rupees. I'm talking about the male, female spend more, or somebody who would charge you 500 rupees. So the barber who charges you 100 rupees is also cutting your hair. Somebody else is also cutting your hair, charging you 500 rupees. Why are you paying the 400 rupees extra? Just for that customer experience. And to give you that customer experience, what they have done, they have created an infrastructure, an ambience, trained people, a professional environment, that look and feel. The moment you walk in, they'll give you focus, attention, and they'll make you feel comfortable and happy. That's why for having same, paneer butter masala, which anywhere is available for 250 rupees, people spend more money for having a better food experience. The next thing is the revenue, which you have to focus on. Once you create your brand and brand positioning, second thing you have to create is on the revenue. How would you get the revenue? If you are charging less, start targeting more clients, or start, or if you want less clients, then target those people who are high paying clients. Only two approaches. If you are charging less, get more clients. If you are charging, if you have less clients, then target those people who can pay you high. Last is the profit. Because the money which you have made, the money which you have collected through your services, now if you reduce the cost, suppose every month you earn 1 lakh rupees, and for your building expenses, electricity bill, equipment, loan, you spend 80,000 rupees. So your profit is 20,000 rupees. But how would you increase that profit? Now, if you reduce the cost from 80,000 to 70,000, now your profit will be 30,000. The other way is, if the cost cannot be reduced, then increase the sales, increase the turnover. Then take it to 1,20,000 so that your expenses are 80,000, but your earning is 1,20,000, and you save 40,000 as a profit. Now I'll give you briefly growth journey steps which you should take. First, we discuss brand identity, okay, which you have to take first steps whenever you are launching. So you must have a brand identity. Second, offer. We talked about it. Digital positioning, which you can create free of cost on social media and Google My Business. Google My Business is very important for local search. If you are not listed there, list your brand over there, because if somebody is searching you online, that physiotherapist near me, and your name is not visible, then you are going to lose the customer. So you have to create your position on Google My Business and social media also. Start giving content free of cost to your customers. Start creating online videos. Start creating posts on how to do this. Maybe how to do this particular exercise. Okay? Give them health tips. Create a short video of 1 or 2 minutes. Hold your mobile phone, record a video, post it somewhere on social media. Give them knowledge. Okay. Then give them challenges, fitness challenge, weight loss challenges, such kind of challenges. Hold Q&A sessions online. Online events where you are inviting people to for a group session. Tell your success stories, testimonials of your patients. Because the moment you start doing it, the moment you start giving content, information, knowledge to your audience free of cost on YouTube, on LinkedIn, your Facebook, Instagram, on Google, people will build the trust. They see you as an expert. That okay, I see videos of Dr. Sunil Kumar. I follow him. He talks about health tips. He tells that how to do a neck exercise in a right way. What are the mistakes people do while doing exercises? Should we do it empty stomach or should we do it after having food? So if you are providing a lot of tips, knowledge, awareness, kind of information to your patient, they treat you as an expert. If you are an expert, that means you are an authority. You have full command over your domain, over your subject, and then pay you anything. And then this would be the exercise. This would be the activity to reach out to the people who don't know that your clinic is there in that area. People would start following you from remote locations from far-flung area because online there is no geographical boundaries. And I would strongly recommend this to the students who are on in their final year. Because if they start creating content now, so just imagine after 6 months, they'll be popular brands. People will already be knowing them when they will start their new business. When they will open their clinic in their city, they'll already be very famous. They'll get clients like anything immediately. A lot of avenues will open for you. And when you have lead means some query, somebody has, give a response to your advertisement, campaign, or anything. Only two things if you do in marketing and sales. One is listening, just listen to them. Build a relationship. Just listen to your patient, let him speak out, let him relieve his pain through words. He would be telling you, okay, I'm having this problem. He will also tell you something which is not related to the disease. He can share his or her family issues with you. Listen to him. Build a relationship. And that will be your permanent customer or client, and he will bring 100 more clients to your clinic. He would tell that, okay, doctor, so and so is so humble, he is so generous, he gives proper attention. That would be the simplest activity for which you don't have to spend any money. And finally, the conversion, when somebody would say, yes, okay, I'm ready to take your service, I'm ready to deposit this amount. That is only when somebody, if you are able to create importance and urgency. So that's all for today's session. We are done with it. Open for the questions and your feedback.
Yes.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes,
जैसे
Vijay.
आपने कहा था ना कि 5 स्टार होटल्स के साथ हम लोग टाई अप कर सकते हैं.
Yeah.
समझ नहीं आया कि मतलब फिजियो में उनका क्या रोल, मतलब कैसे हो पाएगा वो.
देखो, आपको ये बता दो, जो 5 स्टार होटल्स होते हैं वो लोग अपने क्लाइंट्स को बहुत सारी सर्विसेज का एक पैकेज देते हैं. जब कोई कस्टमर 5 स्टार में आता है तो वो 5 स्टार में क्या कर रहा है, वो 5 स्टार में आकर के एक एक्सपीरियंस के लिए आता है. राइट, अगेन आई एम सेइंग एक्सपीरियंस. तो वहां पे क्या होता है, उनका टाई अप होता है. अभी क्या है कि आयुर्वेदा में आपने सुना होगा पंचकर्मा थेरेपिस्ट,
Yes, sir.
मसाज थेरेपिस्ट, ठीक है। ये ट्रीटमेंट जो है ये 5 स्टार होटल प्रोवाइड करते हैं अपने पेशेंट को। योगा सेशंस, अर्ली मॉर्निंग दे हैव टाइप विद योगा इंस्ट्रक्टर। So similarly, they already have ties with physiotherapists, and they have elite clients, and it's a on call basis. It's not something that you have to go and sit there. If they would require your services, you go and give a therapy or a session to their guests who are staying in that hotel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you. And session is awesome, sir. बहुत कुछ नया सीखने को मिला है and बहुत interesting.
Thank you so much, Clinic.
Ash, Dr. Ashish Bhagoria is there.
Actually, my point is, should be there. Like, I want to learn SEOs and all for my business, SEO, Google business, AdSense, and all. If next session will be conducted on that line, I'll be more interested. And this session is awesome.
Thank you so much.
A lot of new things, a lot of customer acquisition, a lot of, you can say, the niche selection, how to select your niche, how to select your patient, how to distinguish between a normal client and high paying ticket client. There are a lot of things which enhance my knowledge. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Welcome.
Most
Thank you.
welcome.
Ehsas.
Thank you, sir. It was a very awesome session. Got to learn many things. Sir, I have a question like how to improve my communication skills.
How to improve your communication skills? Okay. The communication is something which should be very simple. Now, there are two things which people generally ask: communication or language. There are two different things. Okay. Somebody would say, okay, I'm weak in English language. That's another issue. And another, somebody would say that my communication is a challenge. So, first of all, see, don't let the language be a barrier. If you are comfortable in Hindi, हिंदी में बात करो. अगर आप इंग्लिश में कंफर्टेबल हो, इंग्लिश में बात करो. Because language should not be a barrier in communication. Second thing, the powerful communication is the one where the other person sitting on the other side of the table is is able to understand what you are saying. Like अगर आप मुझे एक कहते हैं ना कि आपने अगर कोई आईटी में एक मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन बनानी है और आप उसका रियल टेस्ट करना चाहते हो कि ये एप्लीकेशन मेरी यूजर फ्रेंडली है या नहीं है, तो आप दो लोगों को दो, एक जिनकी एज 60 ईयर से ऊपर की है और एक 10 साल के बच्चे को. अगर वो दोनों इसको चला पाते हैं आपकी मोबाइल ऐप को, तो आपकी एप्लीकेशन बहुत सिंपल है. सिमिलरली अगर आपका कम्युनिकेशन एक ओल्ड एज पर्सन जो टोटली नॉन टेक्निकल है, वो आपकी बात को समझता है, समझ आता है, और आपके नो को आप उसकी नो को यस में कन्वर्ट करवा पाते हो, so your communication will become better, and communication becomes better only by listening.
Yeah.
अगर आप दूसरों को सुनोगे, दूसरों को बोलने का टाइम दोगे ना, तो आपको बिना कहे सब कुछ मिल जाएगा.
Okay, sir. Sir, how to approach people? Like in social media, we can approach very easily, but in real life, it's hard for me to approach to people for something. How to work on that?
Related to profession or something else?
Sir, for everything and even for the professional.
You want to reach out to the people whom you know, or you want to reach out to the people whom you don't know?
both.
देखो, एक तो सबसे पहले क्या होता है कि वी हैव हेजिटेशन ऑफ आस्किंग फॉर हेल्प फ्रॉम द पीपल हु वी नो. Okay, like I am in college and I have say 40 classmates, and I'm hesitant. I don't know how to approach them. Right. So that is one challenge, and this should not be a challenge because if you want to talk to somebody, then go and straight away talk to that person. If that person is known to you, don't think there should be any challenge if you want to reach out to somebody. And suppose you need somebody's help, tell him that okay. But before you think that okay, what that other person will feel about you, okay, now tell that person okay, I feel because you have this knowledge, so only you can help me. Like suppose I have to approach Dr. Sunil, and Dr. Sunil has good network in his town, Panchruki and Bajnath, and I need something to be done at Bajnath. Okay, and if I straight away give a call to Dr. Sunil and say that Dr. Sunil, I want something like this in Bajnath from this person, or I want a character certificate of this person from the local pradhan of your Panchruki village. He will think, yeah, what the hell? I just spoke to Ashish for once and he gave me this task. Okay? But if I approach him in such a way that Dr. Sunil, because you have a strong hold and network in Bangalore, people they appreciate you and they acknowledge you. You are a famous person in your town, Bangalore or Panchruki. You might be knowing, or you might be knowing, the local pradhan might be knowing you. Okay? So can you please request him to provide this character certificate of this particular student? Now he would feel honored rather than getting irritated that Ashish has given him some work. So that's one way of approaching the people whom you know. And second, if you don't know them, then always talk about their benefits. The moment you would start talking about yourself, people would start going away from you. If I would start telling you that, okay, I know this, I can do this, I can do that, I have so much years of experience, you would not come to me. But if I listen to you, I'll, talk about your benefits, how you can make your life better or improve it, then people will come to you. So always talk about the person sitting on the other side.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So, Dr. Sunil, would you like to say something about this workshop?
So the workshop was very good, and I'm looking forward for some more workshops for especially for students and all of us because it is very important. Because in in these days, I will. I have seen many students who feel demotivated that yes, the clients are not paying or the patients are not paying well in the physical therapy clinics. They don't have proper knowledge and how we will how our clinic will go. It is all myth. Why people are not getting patients in their clinic? Because there are two factors. One, they don't have good clinical skills. Number one, why will the patients come if you don't have good clinical skills, if you cannot deliver the results in the you know in the if you provide good results to the patient, if the recovery of your patients is very fast without using medications or with physical therapy, Only if your clinical skills are good, then the patients will automatically they will come to your clinics. And the second thing what I feel like is they are not using the online marketing. That is very important these days. If only hard work will not work, we have
Yeah.
to do smart work also. And if we are doing hard work as well as the smart work, then there are no limitations. We are not facing any difficulty like that, and no student will face like that. Just to focus on your clinical skills and do the online marketing. Like as Dr. Gunjan said, like how we can reach people. There are a lot of ways, as Mr. Ashish sir suggested. Like you can approach the people by running free health check camps. Very important. The second thing is in Facebook and in YouTube and in Instagram that people are using every day. You must have seen there are some sponsored advertisements. So you can also start advertising your content in Facebook also. They charge a very less amount, and you can actually select the place where you want to circulate your video. If you want to circulate your testimonials, suppose testimonials of your patients in some particular location. For example, if we want it somewhere in Kangra or somewhere around Shimla, and we can actually select the location in the Facebook while sponsoring our ads. So I will suggest every student to use these techniques also, right? Promote your business in Facebook, promote your business in YouTube, promote your business in Instagram. Options are of the online promotion is available everywhere. People are posting reels. There might be some some people who are again and again they appear in the screens of your Instagram or Facebook. Why? Because they are paying for their advertisements. So we have to invest in the online marketing also, that then we will get more clients.
Which will be
And
taught in workshops by Ashish sir.
yes.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
definitely go
looking
there.
forward for it.
We'll definitely do that.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving your
Okay. I hope
time.
you liked it. Thank you so much. All participants were great, and it was a wonderful, experience interacting with all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All for participating.
Yeah.